other really wonderful thing about Varuna as an archetypal deity is that he is one of those deities that really makes it allows us to bring this teaching into our ordinary lives. So there are some deities that can be very forbidding. They can seem very elemental and wild. For example, a deity like Rudra, who is fierce and wild and the storm deity. And often we can be completely terrified and wonder, how can we bring these kind of energies and teachings into our everyday lives? Varuna and many of the deities that are associated with Varuna are those deities that are usually statesmen, teachers, philosophers, leaders, and they allow us to access how this teaching, how this way of being, how Rita can become part of our systems and institutions, whether it's families or communities or states or however we organize ourselves. So Varuna is a blue deity, and the blue is an important attribute, because the blue denotes the dark water. So it's like the blue of the dark skies, the blue of the night skies, the blue of the waters. The waters and the sky are almost like they're mirrors of each other, as above, so below. The sky mirrors the waters, the oceans, and the ocean mirrors the sky. So there is in this invocation, the sky is often considered to be the waters of the sky. So Varuna is that connection with the waters, and the waters are about this, the maternal aspect, that aspect which is nurturing and caring and harmonious, the great mothers. So Varuna is the child of the waters, and the waters is the great mother Apa. So just as when we give birth, the baby comes out covered with the mother's waters, so also you have these deities that with their blueness, they connect us back to the tenderness and the nurturing and the spreading, the vastness, the generosity of the waters. And what they suggest is that it is possible to bring this Rita, this flow, this primordial flow into the world and Varuna's blueness is, then you can see that there are a lot of blue deities, like for example Rama, who's the archetypal king, Krishna, the archetypal philosopher, mentor, teacher. So, and Vishnu, another blue deity who is the maintainer of all material creation, whatever that is come into form. And all of these deities point to to this invitation, to the possibility, to this gift, to the teaching that it is not only possible, but that it is to be harmonious with that primordial Rita in the ways in which we organize ourselves, is the way that we can live as participating in nature. So Varuna is considered to be the lawgiver, the archetypal deity of justice. But here we are speaking about justice, about law, about order as the primordial flow, this flow of the waft and the weft, from where that teaching comes. How can we be in alignment with this multi-dimensional reality that has this primordial ancientness, this deep time movement of ending and new beginnings, radically new beginnings, not a repetition. And how can we live in our everyday lives? How do we organize ourselves in systems, in institutions, in communities that are aligned with this primordial flow and aligned with what the deep time, what ancientness can teach us? Of course, if we consider the systems that we live by now, which are based on a hierarchical positioning of us as humans as being above and more clever and more progressive and therefore more worthy of being here, that is completely already not aligned with the primordial flow of Rita. In Rita, which is multidimensional, there is no hierarchy, there is no linearity. All life, the life of the rock, the life of every single animal, insect, plant is of equal value. It is not that nature exists in service of one life form which is crowned itself better than everybody else. So you can see how the minute we subscribe to hierarchy, we are then already disconnected from that truth of Rita. So in the hymn to Varuna, we say that the noose is what is going to trap liars. And who are the liars? Well, in Varuna's world, the liars are those who do not recognize Rita, who don't follow Rita, who are not willing to contend with the reality of Rita. So when we speak about, in some traditions, we speak about reality as an illusion, and sometimes we assume that is a kind of matter or material negating philosophy. In my view, that actually pertains to what we have narrated as reality. And if that narrative is based on principles which are not aligned with Rita, for example, the principle of hierarchy, then that is an illusion. It's not that reality is an illusion, but our narrative of reality is an illusion when it is based on things that have nothing to do with the truth about reality, that primordial ancestry of reality, the teaching of deep time, which is about these completely non-linear, multidimensional movements which have endings, depth, and beginnings. And what this provides us, if we can get over our fear of ending, if we can get over our fear of not being at the top of everything, not dominating, not controlling, what it provides us is this wonderful beauty of that we are taken care of. And that is the mother waters. So again, in one of the hymns, it is said that the mother waters long for her children. And we, like Varuna, we are children of the waters. And the mother longs for us. The mother is not wishing us harm or punishing us, but she longs for us to turn towards her teaching. She's willing to teach, she's willing to share, she's willing to nurture us, provided we can contend with, we can move with the waters of reality, this flow and movement, the waft and weft of reality.